I wasn't originally planning to make this video. I was gonna I was making my other tier list for the next video that I was planning on making, and I figured, I should probably look at the Prydwen tier list just in case my opinions like accidentally lined up with theirs too much. And I figured, it'd be funny to record all this because I looked at it a bit, and there were certainly some opinions in that list. So honestly, let's just get into it. Top tier. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of to be expected. I'd probably put KOD should definitely be here. Definitely KOD, not here. Capo Salt, I think, really deserves to be mentioned just because of his ego synergy. But otherwise, yeah, I can agree with that. Moving on to the SS tier, exceptionally strong. That is certainly generous. Hishu Heathcliff definitely can do a lot of damage on his Empowered Skill 3, but at least in my experience, I don't think he really does that much more than a typical ID. Like, from a lot of the newer IDs, like, recently, I don't think, like, he does that much more. Rest of this, again, I'd probably put Kappa way higher. So he's definitely, like, yeah, he does do damage, but I've always found him more of a status ID. Spice Bush above, where is Solemn? Oh my god, okay. Like, I know we're dungeon, but Spice Bush can do a lot, and he is, I do think he gets way too much hate, and I don't think enough people really realize how he works or why he's good. But, he's still very gimmicky, he's still pretty outdated. I don't think he's better than Solomon Yisang for most teams. I feel like if you're going to put him this high, you're insinuating that he is the best sinking option for Yisang at all times, and that is just not true. Lantern Yisang is certainly a pick. I also probably put Imbi up here too, but I get Railway. He is a very good Railway ID for speedruns. Not in the same tier as these ones. If he's just good for a support passive, that is, that's gonna only get you so far. I mean, I guess it's his passive, not support passive. His support passive also does do that, though. I'm definitely not in this tier, though. Everything else, it's yeah, again, I'd probably adjust, these, put these a little higher. But, this is fine. Again, really, it's just these 3 I have problems with. Everything else is fine. I'd probably order them a little differently. Going down this tier, I mean, respect for Don Claire, but he's definitely more of a status ID. He has really good burn affliction. And his damage is pretty dated. I wouldn't use him for damage. Incorp is a pretty generous ranking. I find Incorp Yisang very annoying to run, and I don't think he's ever worth running actively without Incorp Ryoshu. I probably put Arter a little higher now with the new ego. That's fine. These two really aren't. I mean, at least Rodian. I mean, well, Gregory isn't really a damage ID. I find I definitely some more. Again, these two are more support IDs that happen to do a decent amount of damage a lot of the time, from my experience. Tikra Rodian, I just realized. Okay, these 3 should not be in the same tier together. Otis should definitely be above these 2. Otis is just T-Corp Dawn without the annoying things of her kit. I get the T-Corp Rodian does have the Time Mortuarium, whatever it's called, but the rest of her kit still isn't that great. She's not a bad ID though, but I definitely put her lower. And same with T-Corp Dawn. Thumb Claire, I mean, I'd maybe put him higher. He can do. I definitely put Prince Salt higher. Prince Salt can, and these 2, again, Sanguine Desire is busted. Prince Salt can just do some ridiculous bullshit that no other ID really can. He's such a strong support ID. Again, it's faction synergy, but since half your team is that faction, he just kind of does some crazy ass shit. It's ridiculous. Actually read what his kid does, and it's wild. Multi-crack Faust feels a little high. I wouldn't probably put her in the tier of these same IDs. She definitely is a noticeable grade lower. Everything else I find fine. Okay, going down tier. Encorp Ryoshu should be higher. W Cliff should be higher. I'd probably put Yo Cliff and Wei Don lower. I'd probably put ADD Gregor higher. I'd probably put UJet higher. Honestly, I'd put a lot of these IDs higher. These are a lot of very strong IDs. Bo or Faust is a little generous. I get, again, same thing with Tico Brady, which you can do a lot of the same thing, but Otis is noticeably more effective at it. And Otis has like the craziest ramp up in the game. You can get her full SP in like 2 turns if you're good about it. Definitely not put Arccorp this high. Arccorp Heathcliff is probably the hardest fall on off ID in the game. I would honestly put him in like B tier, low A tier. He is just not very strong anymore. Can Leo Rodian? That feels a little generous. Actually, Solemn should be way higher. I'd probably put W Corp higher too. Honestly, I put all of these Yusang IDs higher. These are all very good IDs for Yusang. Yusang has a ton of good ideas. Again, Yo Cliff should be lower. Wei Don. I mean, Wei Don's typically fine, but I don't think she's very great to run. Yo Cliff Sinclair is just not a good ID. He's very annoying to run. Again, everything else I find fine. You should be in fucking status specialist. What are you doing in support, my guy? You are not a support ID. Like, I get the skill too, but no. Good. Yeah, everything else, yeah, no, nothing wrong. A tier. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god, okay. What are you doing here? Mind you, I think your highest roll was an 18, if I recall. What are you doing here? You should... You're not supposed to be here. St. Dawn should be higher. She's really good. Not enough people know how good her skill 2 is. And X-Faust is pretty good damage. Probably put these... I mean, honestly, we're like more than Limbus. I'd say this is fine. But these two do really good damage. I mean, sure, I can accept that. Fine, I guess I can accept that. It feels a little generous. I get that her skill 2 and 3 can be really good, but her skill 1 is kind of a dead skill, and that's the main problem with her. Is even if her status application is really good, if you're just running like a competent ID, like what the fuck? What the fuck? What are you doing here? You should not be here. You should be like at least 2 tiers higher. Okay, back to LCCV Ishmael. If you're running a competent ID, you could within those like 3 skills you're using, you could, well, I mean, burst tremor 3 times, but like you could do a lot more, and a tremor team you could do a lot more damage, and that's kind of what I think the problem with LCCV Ishmael is. Like, even if you have, like, again, if the problem with having the skills that are very good, like one skill specifically, is the rest of your skills tend to suck ass, and LCCV Ishmael embodies that problem a lot. Even if her skill 2 and 3 are very strong. Again, I don't entirely disagree with this, but I think nowadays, I think you can forgo running her a lot of the time. Meet Dawn, I'd probably put Ishmael a little higher. Again, I think not enough people know how good she is with Order Blossom. She can inflict some really good burn. Her skill 3 is really annoying, though. Correct. For support passive, Prager should be way higher. Red Eye should be way higher. Probably put Desi a little higher. I probably just put a lot of the strong ideas here higher. Udivi should definitely be higher. Carnivorous Soaring's way too good. Okay, the B tier. Okay. This is something. She Faust, these two should not be together. You cannot. BL Sinclair above Yusang is an insane opinion to me, though. Like, I genuinely don't understand how you can come to that conclusion knowing both how these kits work. You genuinely had to forget BL Yusang's passive exists. There was no way you could come to that conclusion. Like, run these 2 IDs and tell me these motherfuckers are competing at the same level. That is just wrong. Honglu should be way higher. Desi Honglu has insane damage if used correctly. Metal Dawn should probably be higher. she shouldn't be at least. I mean, if you're gonna put middle Sinclair this high, she should be like at least 8th here. Like the problem with middle Dawn is she relies a lot more on her counter than the other middle IDs, and her reg skill rotation is pretty bad, like really bad, and I don't think enough people realize that. Like honestly, Mersault arguably is a better rotation. Again, these two should not be together. Like, again, good ID, Prydwen Heathcliff. Okay, Prydwen Heathcliff and damage dealer is also insane. That is a tank ID. Like, yes, he can deal damage, but that is a tank ID. If an ID is aggro, there's a good chance he's a tank ID. Twin Hook can probably put a little higher. Like, Tintang and A, these two do pretty comparable damage, in my opinion. I mean, unless you can, like, unless it's like an Abno fight with parts, then yeah, Tintang's doing more. Desi Salt, again, probably put in tank ID. I don't think he's a status specialist. I get his skill 2 can be alright, but, like, he's definitely a tank ID. Udivi, Shu, KK Hunt, and actually, yeah, that makes sense. Ophi, I'd probably put a little higher. And, I mean, he really struggles with tremor bursting, and I think that's the main problem with him. Is he just really struggles with bursting. Wristbanner, again, it's like I can, like, at B tier I could agree with that, but like with some of these IDs here, like I don't disagree too much, but I don't agree too much either. Dawn, I mean, Faust is definitely better than Dawn. Not a B tier ID. I get that her numbers are dated, but like, even, again, Precognition is kind of a unique case where she'll kind of always be good, because as long as good IDs with Pride skills exist, her skill 2 can really help with that. And like, Rin Yuseng is a good example of an ID you want to boost with her skill 2. These two, again, Mersault over Otis, like with Regret, yes, I could see that. But without Regret, I think Otis is definitely stronger. Actually, now with Gopher Scissors, I think she definitely does have a bit of a place in Envy. It's 3. Yeah, I can agree with that. That's actually pretty agreeable. Bad. We're going to the IDs that are explicitly bad. Oh my god. These two are not should not be in the same tier. What the fuck? Are we just forgetting the like good old season 2 or 3 days when like Hukonglu was a must run? Like, people really need to use Hukonglu because he is not a bad ID by any means. Again, dated as hell, I will agree with it, but he is not bad, and his bleed count numbers are very respectable. He is not a bad ID. Yeah, I mean, definitely a bad ID. Faust, Muller, Q. Tank status specialist, yeah, sure. Or Rhino, I mean, yeah, he is kind of, I mean, that's what you use him for, but he also is kind of a tank ID. Support. Your LCB, you should be way fucking lower. You should be lower too. You are not good. This is like, I think she's like the worst ID in the game. Faust, Incorp. Honestly, I'd probably put Incorp people a little higher. His skill 2 is really good. AD. Yeah, here, Sun Shower, yeah. What the fuck? I'm meaning that correctly, right? That's Arknights Ishmael in C tier. I'm sorry, did the fucking bourgeoisie win? What? I'm sorry, what? What? The same tier. Sojourner Heathcliff is a better ID than Arknights Ishmael. You have to be on some serious crack. There is no universe where you can, no, you are on something. You are not, you're not being for real here, man. I'm sorry. What? How do you, hold on, I actually have to read the article for this. No. You are on Where is like the fucking review? Great clash power, great damage, unstable and auto, dude. You just have to wait 2 turns, my guy. Be a hit or a miss without charge. So okay, this is true. Wait 2 turns. Wait 2 turns, my guy. Patience. Patience. You're never running out of charge with Arknight Fistmill. Oh my god, you have not used this ID. What the fuck? Oh my god. What are you cooking? Please do not cook again. My god. D tier. Yeah. Sure. Probably put a little higher. Yeah. I'm sorry, what the fuck did W Core Pong? Did W Core Pong Lu kill your family or something? What did the charge IDs do? W Core Pong Lu is fine. Like, he's not phenomenal by any means, but definitely not in this tier. Zwei Faust is a crazy stray. I don't know what she did. Like, again, not a crazy good ID by any means, but like, really? Like, no, she is not in this tier. Oh my god. There's like so many IDs that should be down in this tier. Base Faust is like the prime example. How we put Base Mersault? Yeah, Base Mersault's up here. So, what? Based on the best, oh my god. What? What the fuck is this? Oh my god, bro, never cook again. Let bro into the kitchen. Oh my god. What made you get to this conclusion? Do you not know her numbers? Do you like Game 2 Church 6? I'm not finishing that. It's like 11 charge at the end. You literally need to use 2 skills, man. You literally need to wait 2 turns. Hell, with ADD Gregor, it's actually like, I think you can actually get away with it in like just 1 with a well-used Mind Strike. What are you cooking? It's level, I think it's a little dated. What is... Hold on. Isn't it +5? Hold on, I need to check. Oh, it is +1. It's +1 for... Okay, I thought she had... Okay, never mind. I'm just wrong about that. Again, still wrong. Like, still levels behind, though. I thought she had +5. I again got it confused with another ID. I'm always kind of used to a lot of the older IDs having like normally high offense levels for some reason. Oh my god. Yeah, man. No, I will say this filled my confidence on my tier list video. Jesus Christ. This is what I needed to see, man. How do you even get to this conclusion? So Swycler that low is criminal. That is a really underrated ID. Oh my god. I don't know how you do that. Is there any other random like stray ID that like I missed? I hope to God there's not. I can otherwise it's like fine. I just probably like generally this is the right idea. I'd probably just shift them around a bit. Again, Yohikov is such an insanely high ID. I don't know what he did. I don't know what experience you had with this ID, but he is not that good. I don't know what service he provided you, but he is not that good. So, like, Hanafuda over Queen of Hatred is just a... Like, why? Like, Queen of Hatred does way more damage most of the time, and she has attack weight. Like, that's just kind of the thing with this, is like... If you use these IDs, I don't get how you could come to that conclusion. It's like, again, I think you're in the same, like, tier here, But these need to be shifted. Like, Capo should be on top, Queen should be second. No, probably Sancho would be second. And, yeah. That's my conclusion for this. I'm gonna end this here because, Jesus Christ, I'm getting a migraine. Oh my fucking god. Thanks for watching. TOS video should be coming out on Wednesday.